Hey guys, this is Dalton at Daltonian's Tier Reviews, and today we're taking a look at the the current wave of the Transformers Generations line, and that would be Roadbuster. That's right, I found him at my Target along with Skybite. Was going to pick Skybite up, but I figured weigh my options, see what else I can find. But ever since then I haven't found Skybite, so I kind of regret not picking him up. So, look forward to a review of him whenever I can find him. But for now, let's focus on Roadbuster. And same packaging that we've got in the past 2 years with Generations. We're supposed to be getting new packaging, I think the beginning of next year, or within the next couple of waves of Generations figures, I'm not quite sure. But that aside, let's go ahead and take a look at the focus of our review, and that is the figure of Roadbuster himself, which, as you can see, doesn't have any weapons on him. I'll get to that in a minute. Same with the stickers. Yes, he does come with a sticker sheet. I'm not going to put these on yet because I want to wait and see what Reaper Labels will have to offer when they come out with their sticker sheet for him. Kind of like what I did with Whirl. I'll put on, when it comes out, I'll look at the diagram and then I'll put these on according to where the Reaper Labels won't go. That's kind of how I did it with Whirl. So. As for the vehicle mode, he is a big, chunky 4x4 armored vehicle. And he comes with a slew of weapons. Get a pile of weapons you get. Looks like an assault rifle. Weird little pistol. Looks like kind of like a nightstick or a baton, but you can use that as like a barrel or a scope. Another little cannon thing. Little missile rack, and a missile launcher, which fires pretty well. I mean, and it is a little bit sensitive. Sometimes I'll just barely touch it and it'll just launch off. But as for weapon arrangement, you can put the rocket launcher here. I usually put this right on the side like that. Put this weapon right here. Actually, no. The assault rifle right here. This weird little cannon thing. Actually, the missile launcher's down here. And that won't go there. So put this over here. And put these little side guns on each side of the vehicle. And now you have a fully armed Roadbuster ready to take out everything in his path. Now it does show another way you can arrange the weapons, and it just turns out to be another BFG, like what you got with the Age of Extinction Hound, which I will be reviewing shortly after this, so go ahead and got this one right here. It's got this little slider. Got a little slot right there. Slide that in. You got a slot there. Just slot that in like that. Actually, yeah, just like that. You'll take this little pistol. It'll peg in up here. Take the little missile rack and it'll plug into the side just like that. Then you take the big rocket launcher and plug it in up top, and there you've got this weird looking BFG, which I usually just separate them. And we have at least 2 big weapons. So yeah, it looks really cool, and I like the customability, I guess you can say. I don't know. But yeah, he's got some really nice big tires in there. The little friction peg-in wheels instead of using the pins, but it does roll quite nicely. As for detail, it's got quite a lot, and I do have a couple of paint blemishes, like right there. It chipped off right out of the package, along with on the sides here from the little bands. Instead of using the little twist ties, they use just the little things you'd use for tags on like shirts when you go to rip off the tag. Basically what they're using with all these now. You've probably seen them in the movie Voyager figures. But even with the deluxe class figures, they're starting to use that. So let's get on to the transformation of this guy. First thing you'll want to do is reach back here, pull this apart just like that. It'll lift up this middle section, rotate that all the way out, and you can hear all the ratchets already. You want to rotate the tires. Actually, before you do that, you want to split it, then rotate the tires in. Rotate the feet, bring them down, and then, you know, instead of having these long kind of clown feet, you want to just rotate that back a little bit and up to, or rotate the foot forward 2 clicks from straight. So 1, 2, and there you got his feet looking a little bit more tolerable. As for the rest of the robot mode, let's go ahead and rotate this up. Rotate these down. These will come to forearms, and they just peg into the slot there and up there. Just rotate them down after you slid them out. Then you want to unaccordion these up. They're on just this little pivot, dual pivot system. So rotate those up. Rotate this whole piece down while rotating these little pieces in, just like that. And rotate this down, and it will tab into place. And it's a fairly secure tab. It works really nice, and you can again hear the ratchets. You just want to straighten out the arms. So he's got double jointed elbows, and I usually rotate the head back, that way you're not seeing his face from the bottom of the vehicle mode. But there you've got Roadbuster in his robot mode, and I am very impressed with this. It looks so much better having him in hand than any of the promo pics could, you know. The pictures in the promo shots do not do this figure justice. I mean, yeah, it has a few paint blemishes. That's really my only problem, and lack of wrist swivel. But other than that, he is just phenomenal, and I'm glad Hasbro finally got us a proper Roadbuster instead of a repaint of a figure that just turns into a tank or some sort of heavy artillery vehicle. I mean, I'm astounded. I'm happy we finally got this. And he doesn't have hardly any kibble, just this little bit of backpack, which it fits Roadbuster. I mean, if you remember the original toy, he had a big backpack on him, so it works. As far as weapons, again, there's so many options for the weapons. One I usually stick to is taking this, putting a little scope thing on it, and I think I put it down here in his hand. The rifle, again, in his hand. If I can get it in there. Little rocket pack goes right there. This little cannon fit right there. And the rocket launcher, of course, on his shoulder where it should be. And you can just see he is fully loaded up and looks, you know, just awesome. He's a badass. He's a complete and total badass, and I'm happy to add this guy to my wreckers in my Chug collection. And just to compare him with another Voyager that's also loaded with weapons, here he is next to Hound. And you can see there, he's just like half a head taller than a Hound. So, not a bad Voyager scale. I mean, he is closer to the regular scale that we are used to. As for other wreckers, let's go ahead and bring them in. We'll bring in Springer. Right here. Just do it like that. Bring in our, well, my pseudo Rotor Storm. Bring in Sandstorm. Whirl. And knock everyone else over. We can get hand store on the stand. There we go. And let's bring in cup and scoop. So now you can kind of see my wreckers so far. Just a few more left. A few odds and ends here and there. A couple of third parties. And a couple of upcoming. Well, yeah, mostly all the other ones I need so far. Third parties and a former Dark of the Moon Cyberverse figure. But there you go. Let's get those guys out of there. Because this isn't about the wreckers. This, well, sort of. This is about Roadbuster. The bot who is truly only against boredom, according to his bio. Whoop. So, yeah, again, you know, it just, I don't know what to say about this. I don't want to say over and over how great this figure is. I want you to experience how good this guy is. So go pick him up yourself and experience it. And that's all I can really say is, if you don't believe how good this is from my perspective, experience it for yourself and let me know. Again, for one thing I forgot to go over is articulation. So he's got 360 ratcheting shoulders, ratchets in and out at the shoulder. This bicep swivel's really tight on this side of my figure. Double jointed elbows. No waist movement. Head is on a ball joint, so rotates around 360. Hips in and out, forward and back on a heavy ratchet. Rotates tightly at the hip or at the thigh. Double jointed knees, and you got your ankle movement rotation forward and back. Quite a bit of posability with this guy, except for the hips, which I'm fine with that. Same with the wrists. So yeah, again, experience him for yourself. I think he's a really fantastic figure. He's going right into my Chug collection where he belongs. So other than that, there's not much else to say other than see you guys in my next review. I might be doing a couple of the other new figures in this line or Movie Hound. Just depends on how the dice are rolled. So again, see you guys later and wreck and roll.